Hello and welcome back to the channel. Nowadays, we are taking the 5 best Casio watches that can offer you to such a great value of money that you are going to be amazed how well you are going to wear something that can be really impressive on your wrist without having to spend a fortune. Casio has decades of mastering how to squeeze the most functionality, reliability, and flair into watches that practically everyone can afford, and these 5 selections are the embodiment of that ideology. Be it your first watch purchase or you are an old collector of watches that just need the right beater, these Casios will be able to surprise you at every move. Let's get into it. Number 5. Casio AE1200WH. One of the most muted legends in the entire Casio line is the Casio AE1200WH, a watch that is so full of character and potential that it has gained a cult following across the world with a price tag that is nearly unbelievable. It is also known by watch lovers as the Royale due to its obvious borrowing of much of the design of much more expensive military and field watches, though: the multi-zone dual-time display, the bold digital layout, and the immensely readable design. The feature set at its price is truly staggering, with world time in 31 time zones, 2 displays, LED lighting, a stopwatch, a countdown timer, 5 daily alarms, and a calendar that goes up to $20.99. The resin case is lightweight and will fit just about any wrist size, and the vintage-tinged styling has ensured it remains a secret among watch lovers who value both a price and a personality equally. The fact that this watch will cost you less than a good lunch in most cities, and at the same time tells you the time in 31 countries all at once, is the sort of thing that makes you fall in love with Casio all over again. The Casio AE1200WH is retailed at around $25 to $30 USD. Number 4. Casio MDV106. The Casio MDV106 is the watch that the internet found out about and instantly proclaimed to be one of the best value propositions in the history of horology, and that is the kind of figure that the watch truly is. It is a true 200-ml waterproof diving watch with a unidirectional elapsed time bezel, large luminous hands and markers, and a simple intentional dial design which would feel absolutely out of place in a collection of diving watches priced 10 times higher. Its stainless steel caseback and mineral crystal make it solid at a price that is not commensurate, and the resin case makes it light and comfortable to wear during long wearing hours. The automatic calendar and the dependable Casio quartz movement ensures that it just keeps good time forever without a murmur. The truly outstanding aspect of the MDV106 is that it takes its work as a tool watch seriously. This is not a fashion accessory posing as a diver. It is a full-fledged water sports watch that just happens to cost nearly nothing. It is nearly impossible to distinguish it, worn on the rubber strap it comes with the watches in a totally different price bracket that are of the category of diving watches. The Casio MDV106 costs around $35 to $45 USD. Number 3. Casio Edifice EFV C110. It is at the Casio Edifice EFV C110 that the engineering aspiration and design finesse of Casio come together to create something that feels like a true premium, a watch that would be at home in a family with Swiss dress sport hybrids many times its price. The Edifice is the most sleek and elegant production that Casio has ever produced, and the EFV C110 is no exception to it. The slick, smooth stainless steel case on board is home to an analog-digital face with a kind of sophistication and readability that is instantly impressive, and the tachymeter bezel and sporty touches provide it with the dynamic nature suitable to the office or a weekend on the water. Bluetooth capability in smartphones allows the phone to maintain the time as accurate as possible, and the battery to be recharged so that you no longer have to endure the hassle of replacing the batteries. The finishing of the bracelet, alternative brushed and polished links, is addressed to such degree of attention to details that are astonishing at this price. When you have been looking around in search of a related and intelligent appearance everyday watch which hits dramatically larger than its weight category, then the EFV C110 is your solution. The Casio Edifice EFV C110 is sold between about $120 to $150 USD. Number 2. Casio G-Shock GA2100. The Casio G-Shock GA2100 is the most significant watch design of the last decade period. At the time of its introduction, the watch community spontaneously and fondly gave it the name CasiOak due to its strong resemblance to one of the most legendary luxury sports watch shapes of all time, and the analogy is not in any way unwarranted. The bezel is octagonal and the case and strap are integrated. The profile is slim, and all these elements combine to create a language of design that raises the GA 2100, makes it contemporary, and makes it truly desirable in a manner that few watches at any cost have reached. Behind that impressive facade, however, is all you need in a G-Shock, including carbon core guard construction to maintain a high level of shock resistance, a 200-meter water resistance, world time, stopwatch, countdown timer, and multifunction alarm. The ultra-thin profile is a true engineering marvel to the G-Shock system, as it is much flatter on the wrist compared to the older G-Shocks, and suitable to the kinds of scenarios in which a big sport watch would be unsatisfactory. The watch that caused the watch world to come to a complete halt is the GA 2100, which is a quarter of the price it appears. The G-Shock GA 2100 is sold at around $99 to $120 US. Number 1, the Casio Pro Trek PRW 7000 wins the first place on the list today, and it only becomes clear why the watch is the best after you get to know just how much it offers. The Pro Trek line is the purest embodiment of the Casio mission of creating true outdoor tools. Watches designed to take on the wilderness, the peak, and all the challenging conditions along the way, and the PRW 7000 is the embodiment of that. Triple sensor version 3 technology will have you an accurate altimeter, barometer, compass, and thermometer right on your wrist, delivering the type of navigational and environmental information that hardcore hikers, climbers, and adventurers rely on. Multi-band 6 atomic timekeeping will give you the right time every time, regardless of where you are on this planet, and tough solar charging will keep the watch running indefinitely by any source of light available. The carbon fiber reinforced resin structure makes the watch lightweight enough to be used in the mountain, as well as offering some degree of durability needed in the most demanding environments. Sapphire crystal covers the uninhibited display of information, and the 100-meter waterproof feature implies that it can take everything up to crossing rivers to heavy rainfall without fear. PRW 7000 is not a mere watch, but rather a high-quality outdoor tool that also happens to be incredibly inexpensive. This is the one tool you want to have on your wrist, should you spend time in the outdoors and you want to do it all. The Casio Pro Trek PRW 7000 has a retail price of about $280 to $350 USD, which is a lot when contrasted with what it provides, and in its own right, it is one of the most remarkable values in the whole watch market.